Hello and welcome along to another round of portfolio reviews. Today we have 10 very good show reels we will be dissecting, and I have a featured guest today, which is Dennis Mueller, who is a senior artist at Sony Imageworks. He worked for Disney and for ILM, so he's very talented and I'm happy to have him on board. So look at these amazing reels. We've got lots of different ones, very nice quality, lots of nice animations, lots of nice VFX stuff, integration work, so all different elements covered in today's compilation of portfolio reviews, which we held live on Twitch. So if you don't want to miss out the live part of this, be sure to check it out and follow me over on Twitch to always be notified whenever I go live on that platform. I think that's a great way to just showcase each one individually, and yeah, I hope you like that, and leave me a thumbs up if you want to see more of those reviews. There he is.
Hello guys, how you doing? I'm back.
Dennis is back as well, so it's us two, and yeah, we have quite a lot of great entries here. So we have around 10 reels today. We do it a bit differently today. Instead of us having a random head, we did like a pre-select, just for us to be a bit more prepared and have a bit better feedback for you guys. Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining. And right now everything should be on mute. There we go. So as you can see now, we've got Dennis's reel here. Let me just kill it, show it. So there we go. Nice good cup, yeah man. Fine cup. Chat is going, that's great. Alright, so should we get started already, or should we just wait a bit more?
This is like the
that's the comment section here, and it's also on the screen here on the left.
Okay.
And then we always have our big screen when we say hello, and this is just the left monitor here is just for us to review.
Good.
Sounds good. And we can draw now. We're supposed to be able to draw.
It's getting super advanced.
Oh, we need to pause to draw, I think. Yeah. Woohoo! All right.
Like it's better than dailies.
It is actually better than dailies. All right, so
and better feedback too.
It's amazing. Everything is better. So do you want to introduce yourself quickly? Just a quick intro.
Yeah. Hi guys. You know me from the last time. In case you haven't been here last time, my name is Dennis Mueller. I'm originally from Germany. I'm a lighting artist, and me and Arvid we met at ILM like 3 years ago, and we became really good friends.
Yep.
And now we I was doing the same as Arvid was judging on the rookies, and still am, and it's a lot of fun. And now we just thought we'd give this a shot with the reviews, and Arvid invited me to his channel, and I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun last time. We got a lot of good feedback, and here we are again.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. All right, so I think the plan is now that I probably introduce the reel first, which is from Rasul. Edgy, I would say. And then we just play it back full screen, and then after that we just comment it, right? Let's just do that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just go screen only. And we just mute ours. Right, what an impressive reel. It's really amazing, like amazing quality, first of all. Yeah, it's pretty gorgeous. Like if you did all the parts, I think which you did, except the modeling, but it's like the match move and the integration, it's pretty good.
Yeah, overall it's like it's really good stuff. It's high quality work. You can see definitely that you know what you're doing. Yeah, overall impression is.
What I would say, it's probably the surfaces here. Let me see if I can actually use the pencil now, or the pen. Like these areas up here, they feel a bit too uniformly rough. Like I would expect them probably to be more broken up. Maybe there's some grease or some oil on it or something like that. It's just like if you look at the helicopter from the side, it just feels a bit too uniformly like rough, I would say, if that's what I would.
Also, if you point out like the wheels kind of feel like it's the same material, like the tires. Here. It almost feels like the same material as.
Oh, that's a good point as well. Yes. They don't see our pointer. Oh no, they do see. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Audio should be fine, and we are using RV here for our review session. You guys can see the pointer, right?
And one thing like there's always is like the same problem we always have like in VFX. Like the glasses always, it gets like these super bright spec hits, and this is always for my, when I look at stuff, it's like, oh, this is where what I can see, this is like this CG stuff. And it's like normally like in comp they take it down, like these super bright like white reflections, but this is like a comp.
And also my note here on the breakup, like you can clearly see this is where the motor is rotating, and typically there collects lots of dust up here, and you would see definitely some kind of dirt collecting. Obviously, depending how you render this, like right now when the helicopter was just coming down in screen, you would not really see it. But if you do like a turntable and you want to show off your texture skills, this is definitely missing, like this breakup. And as Dennis said, I agree with the windows. They are a bit too clean. I would expect probably, you can see scratches on here, but some kind of dirt or dust collected in the corners and just roughen it up a bit. So it's not like super clean, I think.
What I really like, for example, is like this stuff here.
Yeah.
And it's probably, I don't know if it looks like it's like a displacement or like even in the model or whatever. But like this is like the stuff like I'm looking for. Like the problem we always have with hard surface stuff is the breakup, and when you can bring this detail kind of in the model, it always has like, if you light it, it has nice breakup and it tells a lot of realism. And can we go back to the first shot?
You're gonna need to scrub here.
Okay.
You can just scrub in the view.
And the view.
Yeah, try again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the first shot. It looks really good.
Okay.
Right? Looks good. What struck me when I first saw it is like like a minor detail, but this is like, oh sorry. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, let me just do, actually we can do double click here and then we just have this, and then you don't.
This would be easier.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. So,
and also the paper maybe is a bit.
Yeah, like what put me off here is like this stuff. It's like, it's fine. The only thing, it has a lot of detail, so by itself it looks pretty good, but it also it grabs a lot of the attention. So I would just can put it out of focus or just darken it. Also, like we never have like this kind of like bright sun situation. Maybe here a little bit, but it just caught a lot of attention because it's a lot of detail here, and I would just put it out of focus.
I agree. Yeah.
Like it's right now, it's like this is the area with the most contrast on the.
Yeah, that's true.
You would give. And here, yeah, you right even.
Yeah, there's like this hot glare there.
Yeah, a little bit, but also like the floor looks a little bit uniform, like. But this is like minor details. If you look at the shot in motion, it totally works.
Yeah, it's just we can actually just play this again. So normally people are using RV4S and we sit in dailies and people are using it. So now we are actually
experience how difficult it is to drive it.
Yeah. it's probably also very black here in terms of black levels.
I would like expect a little bounce because the desert is always
true.
Always a lot of bounce. Like for example on Bumblebee, where there's similar setup with all the desert shots, and the problem was that he was getting too glowy because we had like the desert when we set it up realistically that the floor was bouncing. Actually, Arvid helped me to build a macro,
projection setup,
like a projection setup, and then it was too glowy because everything was bouncing, and also like the smoke, it looks a little bit too saturated and too dense red. I know like they have like these flares, but I think like they're a little bit more desaturated and a little bit more like purplish.
Oh, I think they have all the colors. Like they have different colors.
They have it's like but overall it's
yeah. As I said, this feels a bit too flat in terms of the breakup on the helicopter itself, and then we get to this.
This is awesome. Like,
how can I pinpoint? So keep going.
Yeah, this I really like this piece. I saw it before. It's really great work. And what's always tricky with like large environment shots, especially when you have like big planes of grass or like plants, like to get a nice breakup on it. If you just put like a sunlight and it gets flat very easily, and here with all the palm trees, and I don't know if he even plugged a gobo from the clouds or something, because you have like this complex shadowing and like pools of light, and like you got sorry I'm too excited, and you got like speck hits here, you got little pools of light, and then you got nice contrast in silhouette, and overall the composition of the shot is really good. You got like the lines that lead you in. Like one thing is, when we working on stuff, it's always it's a team effort, right? And what I normally say a lot is like, if the shot is planned out well and it's like a nice designed shot, if it's like a nice camera, nice composition, the areas like the objects are aligned in an eye-pleasing way, then like the lighting isn't that hard.
Yeah, that's true.
The most of the time you get notes on shots, or we have trouble lighting shots where it's like, oh, the shot by itself is like, oh, it's hard to read, or like this is a weird camera move, or like the animation is something is off, then it's like hard to fix it in lighting. But if everything like comes together like this, is like you have like the nice, it's kind of rule of thirds, you got like this area, you got the contrast ratio, the colors, and you got like depth cueing, like you got darker blacks in the foreground. It's like the back is more lifted and more fogged.
Feels very good.
And it's like, yeah, it just works. It's like a piece. And it's like, yeah, always you can improve on the details, whatever, like, but pretty impressive. Maybe
if you want to, I'm not sure like how these fields work, but I would probably do some kind of water collection here in the lowest levels, maybe to get some nice reflections of it, which would probably be an interesting thing you could add.
Like, this is like rice.
I don't know.
I think like these rice fields from Vietnam or something, right?
Yeah, and they are typically on the waters.
Like something they're soaked with water, right?
Yeah. The one thing I'm noticing now here, just by looking at it several times, like this area here, like the ground looks very simple. Right, I would expect probably like these heaps of like sand collecting like this, and this, it looks like just like a flat texture where this grass comes up from. Obviously it's in the beginning of frame, and you don't really focus on this because you're looking more on the brighter spots, which are up here. But it's something to keep in mind. You probably see it on this ridge here as well, that it's pretty flat. And then depending on what you want to do with the shot, if you want to actually highlight the hut here, then I would say you can maybe add some more lighting to the hut if you just want to like make it a bit more interesting, because right now it's almost dies away, right? It's not really that apparent in the shot.
Yeah, it's like all artistic choice, or this is just like, I don't know if you want to put something in the foreground, this is like, or it's just an establishing shot, this is all like but yeah, I agree, like the simple, but yeah, it's an easy fix. It's like overall it's shot in this.
Okay, let's see the breakdown. And we talked about this before, like I was saying, oh, the plans are so jagged, but the reason is because he's scattering them and they are all over the place. I think that's very valid to do it, yeah, like, especially this one. But yeah, you don't really see it on the scale here. Okay, next shot. Let's just do, I remember now we can set in and out points. It's amazing.
Oh.
Boom, boom. Breakdown. All right. Out here. Wait. Okay, so the first thing I noticed, just by looking at the first shot of this, is the vehicle. I'm not even sure if this is plate. Plate?
I think there's a dude in it.
There's a dude in it. He's probably, the car is probably plate. Let's check the brake.
Or maybe it's car.
We don't have, yeah, well, it's most probably plate. So, working on several projects like this, the pure cleanness of the window distracted me. And even though it might be plate, and I'm pretty sure it is plate, it would be nice to get some kind of breakup on this. Like, it just, for me, it steals the attention of the guy here in the back, the robot. Maybe that's intentional. Might be that you should look at the driver and then look at him.
Yeah.
But for me, this is a bit too clean, and probably you would get a note that, hey, I would love to see him in the reflection, even though it's
I was
not
about to
correct.
think, like, they would say, like, I went it's supposed, and then this is also like a lot of stuff. Like, people think, oh, visual effects is everything is like super real, and we set it up like in the real world. No, it's not. Like, they say it's like, oh, aren't we supposed to do it? And then you start like looking at the stuff, and like, sometimes the layout you get from 3D, even if this would be 3D, like the car would maybe like they cheat something in camera, so the car would be way further away from the whole thing.
Yeah.
So like all the proportions are, that's always a tricky thing, and this is what I'm actually like referring to, like 3D space versus 2D space. For example, like on Star Wars, I have like the shot where the Star Destroyers in my rear, like the first shot, and yeah, if you look at it, it looks as if they were really close together, but actually, yeah, like this.
Even further?
Yeah, like
these
this one.
ones, yeah.
So like this one. So if you look at this scene, it's like they are like more than like I think 2,000 meters apart from each other, and like it's like a crazy long lens that doesn't even exist. And if you would try to light it realistically, it wouldn't look good. It's because, yeah, the lights wouldn't react in a way like we say. This is all made to work in a 2D composition, but if you apply real life physics to it, it's not working. There's a lot of cheats.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is something we have to deal with a lot actually.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Like, he feels a bit. Like, he's not really, I'm not sure what it is, but he doesn't feel like very well integrated. He's probably too blurry. Like, can we zoom in here?
Oh yeah, I thought this is a little trick. He lifted the flags that's matching with the.
So if you compare the pot here, they're on the same distance, like focal distance, I would say, and you can't really see his face. He might be like.
Like a motion blur frame.
No, it's.
Yeah, he might be a little bit too.
Yeah, and probably too lifted as well. Like, just a minor thing. What would you? Y is gamma? What do we shift home?
Yeah, compressed.
Control 1. Yeah. What is framing? F. Yeah. All right, we got it. All right, let's keep going here. So that the car drives off and he jumps, and this works very well. I think this is just because of motion blur, probably, or it just feels like you get this this nice camera shake, which is timed very well.
I think overall the integration is not bad. It tells it. There's always like a little bit of room for improvement, and he feels like he's in the scene. And then go one more further. This works good.
This.
Also, like when he's running next to the thingy,
the white thing, whatever
the
that is.
white thingy. I don't know. Like even like you might get the nose. Like, oh, we want some kind of occlusion, not like real shadow, but some kind when he walks by, like some kind of like that he darkens it a little bit when he's passing on it, because he's casting a shadow from.
True.
If you go further, there's some kind of shadow, so just a little bit.
And well, you actually added.
You had like some on the floor, you mean?
Yeah, I was looking at these things. If you actually see them. You're talking about the shadow?
No, I talk like about like when he's like leaving footprints or something. Yeah. This is also something super.
It's great, actually.
Yeah. it's like, if you think about it, like this dude is like heavier than a car, and then he's kind of like putting his whole weight on the grass. Yeah. So if you think about it in a realistic way, is normally he would make like a big crater of, like, he would destroy the lawn completely. Yeah, he would. It's like the same stuff on Bumblebee. We also didn't have this in all the shots. Yeah. Some shots they had like stuff. Because it's actually a lot of work. Yeah. But if you think about it, like, is a car dropping with the full weight on something, it would be like
totally see something
splashing like pieces of grass and stuff. Yeah, I think it works pretty good with it, especially coming out of the car.
Probably one thing I would note is that these trees here look too, like, they might be young trees here.
Yeah, this guy looks a little bit detached from the other ones.
Yeah, even the one on the right here, like these three, they look very miniature, and they might be just
in the plate.
It's maybe the plate.
But this is also like, so if you work in visual effects and then you get the notice, these plates look they look fake, and like do this, and then it comes out there on the plate, then they have to kill it in comp. It's like a stuff that happens.
No, let's just check. That's yeah, that's just probably. So.
Not like oh no, the plates. They are CG.
Oh, shoo. Yeah. So then I would say, especially in this shot here, they feel too small. Like this, if this is the car height, obviously they're a bit further back, but they look very small.
Also, you don't need them. Like, you don't want to, like,
probably don't need them.
They just like simplify it. You want to look at the guy, and it's like, if there's a problem, kill it. I like the gun. It looks like a crocodile mouth, and then it shoots.
True. Yeah.
And it's like a cool design.
I just look black, right? But this is just probably a comp node, which.
And I don't know, like the depth of it looks a bit like kind of out of focus. It looks a little bit macro. The thing is, like, this is like a really wide angle, right? It's like, if you look at the thing, it's like I think you would have less depth of field, and probably. This is what kills. Like, depth of field is a good indicator for scale all the time. So if you have a lot of depth of field, most of the time it looks like miniature, and it takes away the scale. And if you have like a really wide lens, you don't have much depth of field. Like, everything is hard.
Yeah.
And you can still adjust a little bit, but it helps to.
Probably on a little bit of a tech note is that it's buzzing quite a lot. The gun, especially, like here. This would be probably a tech fix later in comp or something, but this is just render higher samples and get rid of the noise. Right, anyways, let's keep going. Let's just go to the last one, which is the vehicle.
But overall, it's
yeah,
it's good. Like, nice robot that works, and this is all like like kind of.
Probably what I would say then, that is, even though he looks very scratched up and used, I would love to see a bit more reflective surfaces
that poke through. Like,
yeah,
that get brushed up.
Yeah, like, it does not look like, it looks almost like a plastic armor, not like metal. Like, if you do have Bumblebee shots in your ear.
Yeah, but he also does. It kind of looks like this.
Okay.
Especially, like, to be honest, like the some stuff looks even like.
Okay.
Not like there's shiny stuff. Like, he has a little bit, but.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
All right, so let's do this one here. So to compare it with the other shots, I would, well, let's do the vehicle. It's always a bit tricky to do vehicles, and because most of the time you don't see them in these environments. Like, you see them on the street, and that's what your eye is used to, I would say. And looking at this feels like super glossy, very polished. And if you want to go for realism, I would say it's a great model, but I think the texture and everything is just too clean. This would be like probably a commercial product shoot, like at its best, I would say.
Cars are always tricky. I mean, there's companies that are just doing cars, and there's like the classic car catalog stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For example, on the Rookies, there's a lot of people that do like these semi-realistic shaded cars, and it's cool exercise. But I always don't know what to say about it. It's like, yeah, it's like if you integrate it in a plate or something, then it's like, okay, you do the integration work, you put this car in a line of like old cars or something, you shoot a plate, and then you put it in, and it matches seamlessly. It's always like it's.
And probably what I would say is the glass, the window, the windscreen, windshield is like, it's very broken up. Let me just zoom in here. You can see there's like lots of scratches on it, and I wouldn't buy a car with a broken window or like a scratch window like this. Obviously you wanted to add some kind of micro details to it, but obviously I think this is a bit much.
Also,
it is. Alright, let's keep like this is just, I guess, for, I'm not sure what the white stuff is on the rim, on the wheels.
Sometimes they have like these white. I don't know.
Okay, let's just talk about the helicopter, which I think works very well.
Yeah, it's nice. More funny things like could be a little bit more dirt or break, but overall it's like a nice, more same as the other one with the how do you call it, like the screws,
the
like
rivets.
The rivets, yeah. And this.
I'm not sure how much you would see this iridescence effect. Like
the color shift, like
this purple green. I think you do see it, but it feels a bit much.
It looks too saturated. I think it's, if you look, for example, in Germany, if you ride the A train, you have it, and it's.
Yeah, I think it's also just a bit more subtle. What I like is he did add some bump maps on the windows, so they are not super flat, and that's always a note I would give, is just to add a little bit of breakup. You can see that these lines are a bit wobbly, and
that's
this is
always awesome. And then you ride something, you have like the wobbling.
Yeah,
that's the
and that's really adding realism, which is nice. All right, so this is Rasul's reel, which is very impressive, and I'm not sure if he's in the chat, but this is amazing work. And thank you very much for the submission here. Let's just go full again. Here we are. So yeah, great reel, impressive work, and I'm pretty sure you will, if you're not working in the industry, you should definitely land a job with this reel. This is a no-brainer, and if I would see this, I would probably recommend you to get hired, right?
Yeah, for sure. And also, like, all the notes we're giving, we're kind of like nitpicking on stuff. There's always everything in CG, you can go further. Yeah. It's more about like the overall stuff and overall feels. Like if you look to movies and you put a pause frame, there's also a lot of errors, and it's like people always assume like the stuff in the movie, everything is perfect, and it's not. It's like it has to work for the shot. There's a time, like a time frame to finish the stuff.
Yeah.
And
okay,
great stuff.
So next up, David.
Texturing, looked at lighting.
All right, should we actually play it and give like our first impressions, or should we just do full screen and then?
I don't know. We can do first impressions. Yeah.
Okay, let's just play it then. Not much. People are quite quiet in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes. Not sure why it clears the chat whenever I change my screens, which sucks. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Let's just play it then. The play? Yeah.
Oh.
It's really nice. Like I like the lighting. Like it's working well.
And yeah, the nice focus is about frogs.
Visual humans. Oh, the eyes look a bit weird.
I think it's another one. It's another piece.
Probably some.
Yeah, like this stuff, like these macro shots.
Yeah, and you see quite a lot of them, especially like FMX stuff, or is it?
Yeah. Actually, Carl worked on
the forest.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Carl did it.
Carl. He might be listening.
Directors. Yeah.
No, really. Yeah, so this is a bit uncanny. Like looking at this, I would say, "Ooh, that's a bit weird looking." It's always great to see references for these things, but like first impressions are like,
oh, cool. Like the reflection, like the reflection on the puzzle.
It's probably projection though.
Also good.
Mushrooms, spider webs. What else? Looks like Megascan. I think I did a similar thing with those mushrooms, if it's the same asset. Alright, there we go.
Also, like, what I like is a good length for real.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like, this is something, oh, you watch it and it's like, okay, this is cool, and then you don't get... Yeah. Normally, like, I find myself after like 1.5 minutes or like 2 minutes, I'm kind of like, okay,
when is this done?
Yeah, but this is a good... So, yeah.
We are based in in Vancouver right now, in Canada.
Go Canada.
Go Canada. Alright, so this one, first shot. It's a great reel opener, it really shows the skills.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about earlier. It's also like, it's very well played composition. Like, you see they put some thought into the shot, like, oh, how do we put the camera? What are we gonna do? And it's like always this macro stuff always works. You have the focus, you have like a nice...
The rule of thirds, it's actually pretty spot on. Like he's in the lower or he's in the upper.
You got like the diagonal lines, and now he reaches for
the hand. What? Yeah, no, it's definitely very well done.
And like also like how orange is. It's
how scattery, right?
Yeah.
The only thing which I would say, which might be just painted, is that I'm missing a bit of translucency on the top here. Like it's nice here, but then I'm thinking about this. This might be just a fake scatter and it might be painted in. That it's not real scattery.
Yeah. Maybe he's...
Yeah, it might be. And Andrew's here as well. Hey Andrew, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining. Yeah, so he's doing also portfolio reviews, but mostly modeling reels, which is also great stuff. And we need to collaborate at some point. Anyways.
Like if you go back, like what is like the eye of the top frog, it gets a little dark.
Yeah, it's true.
And it like I don't know, like this is also something, I don't know if this is a real frogs or there's like a reference for like the eyes look a little bit
plastic?
Yeah, like I don't know, like sometimes maybe the eyes. This is all like I love the rock, how it looks, and then he even modeled the whole environment, which also could picture and
it's good,
blurry. But it's just good. It's like, so if it moves, everything moves. So you.
But it's great. I love the bouquet. It works really nice.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing shot, and it is good opener. And it's also like the real is like you saw both the reactions. Like this is the first thing, and we're like, okay, this is good.
This is
good, and this like sets impression. If you show it like to a recruiter, they would say, okay, you're the guy with the frogs, right? Yeah. And this is like the first impression you make is really important.
Exactly, yeah. So one thing I'm noticing here, obviously minor things, right? We are really looking for details here, is that you got this moss here all over, but then you don't have it right here. There's just nothing. Like obviously it might just not grow there, but then it's something like you can see on the top here. It's nicely scattered all over the surface here, but then you've got this negative space of just nothing grows there, which is weird.
Yeah, and also like I don't know, it's like this stuff is like you want to look here, and this is you don't need it here.
Yeah, probably kill it or
like
just reduce the density.
Cleaner silhouette or whatever.
Yeah.
This stuff is good level of detail.
Yeah,
it works pretty. So you got like the nice.
The composition is just amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
And probably talking about the previous reel. Oh, I need to sneeze now. Shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have a mask.
Yeah, we should take a mask. Oh, let's see. You can see that this is the raw render probably, and you can see how reflective the eye is. And this is the node we had on the helicopter essentially. So this ping is super bright. So what he did here, I gotta sneeze. No, it's not coming. Now it's gone. And then he added this nice bloom effect, and this essentially like blurs out or roughens this, like clears out the surface, so it's not that distracting anymore. And I think this helps a lot. Like, imagine it would be this, then I would definitely give the note, hey, his eye is way too reflective. But then he added the glare, and that just solves the problem.
I also like these guys, like the frogs, they put in the water, they're wet, so
yeah, they are super like slimy, I guess, too. Just quickly. Alright, so next up is the digital character here, and I myself are getting a bit more into digital humans, and I have a few things which are bugging me slightly. I'm not sure about references again, but one thing is, let me just draw here. One thing is the lip.
I was about to say the same. It looks kind of like bulged in an unnatural way.
Yeah, as if it's like hanging down. It might be, obviously, you never know, but this would be some note I would have. And then looking at, can I zoom now? Yeah, so looking at the eyelids, this line here, it feels like very droopy, and it's actually pretty close to the eyeball, and it's not like lumping over like this.
Yeah, and it's very in red, it's very parallel, it's very perfectly aligned to it. That's what you talk. In reality, it's like, and here's like a little asymmetric.
Yeah. So if I could, let me try if I can. No, so if this would be the eyeball here, oops, a bit large. This region here would essentially connect to this like this, and what I'm seeing now, go back, is something more like this, and I think this here is just not anatomically correct. That's just what I would say for this. Other than that, it feels very good.
It feels good. Like, I thought like the bump or the displacement in this areas is a little bit too, especially here. It feels like a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It comes out too much. Like the pores are coming a little bit out too much.
Yeah.
But what I like is also like the lighting. It's like a cool with the gobo, and
that's true.
It's like a artsy photography kind of situation, and that's good. Then Arvid said, like with digital humans, the problem is like we're all used to faces, so we are very even subconsciously aware of any like super tiny details.
Yeah.
And I once read this an article that they said like that's why they did Avatar, like they have like these slightly off proportions, and like they're human enough so we can identify, but they made the proportions different, so we're not so much subconsciously affected by the
how they look. Yeah.
Because if you want to mimic real humans, it's like never really working that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Like so far there has been like, I think there was a Will Smith movie.
Yeah, I did not see it, but I've seen the breakdowns.
I've seen some stuff, and some stuff looks alright, but some stuff look like
uncanny.
It's tricky.
Yeah. Then one thing which I find a bit weird, I think the gobo texture he used is repeating, and look at the nose here.
Oh yeah, that's like
you can see essentially, it's looking at it again and again, it's now very apparent to me that it is repeating, but that's also minor notes. I love the breakup, as Dennis said, with the gobos, that it helps a lot. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we have like a daughter. And again, I guess the same note on the eyelids. And I think they are not that it's very, very pinkish. It almost feels like paint, as if the skin is painted and this is the natural skin color. So that's a bit weird in my opinion.
It's like, I don't know if this is better from these. It looks a little bit extreme. What I saw, like the first thing is like she got like this like glitter thingy on, and then like the shadow or like these dark areas of the glitter, it feels a little this weird. But overall, it's like it's mostly the eyes.
It's definitely the eyes which are the most weird looking on this.
Or like also like the detail on the nose. You have a lot of like texture detail, for example, in this area here.
Yeah, and then
then on the nose, it looks a little bit.
Yeah. And it's very symmetrical. I think there should be way more breakup from left to right. Like you could probably put a mirror in between and it would look the same, which is not how it works. I was expecting way more breakup and symmetry. And then we have a close-up of the froggy, which is probably the same frog, but just a turntable environment, I would say.
I like the way he presents it. It's kind of like a little bit more creative way than
the
typical in front of gray thing. This is really cool. He sits him on the chrome ball look. It's like even with the fingerprints, and yeah, I think that's pretty awesome in detail, and it's like a nice way.
You can actually see the scattering working in the fingers. We don't see that effect much on the eyes here. He probably has like a scatter map which just has it in certain areas, but it works very nicely. Like you can see the left hand here in shadow, and now it goes into light, and it really scatters quite well. This looks great. Like I always imagine when I do look dev, like how does it feel when I would touch it? And if I would touch this guy, it would be very squishy and very sticky probably. So he's done a well done, like a really
it's really
great
tactile.
Job. Yeah, that's true. And then this, this is a bit uncanny. I don't.
That's the same one from the. I don't know. I also like the eyes. They have like this red area here. Like if you.
Here. Just you can wipe on. Yeah.
Like this stuff here inside is very orange.
Yeah.
That's like it's a little and it looks like something.
Yeah.
It's like this stuff. It looks not bad. It's like it's just tricky. Like this stuff is like it's.
Oh. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, definitely I would say the frog is definitely the strongest piece.
Frog is the... And... what's the...
I guess the guitar is guitars.
So I don't like the reflection.
Let me just play it so we can just see it.
Almost, I don't know, this is also something I could be totally wrong. It looks like a little bit like a effect or something.
I think it just extracted that. It's not a real reflection. I don't think I don't think he has the plate projected on a card and then the card is reflected. I don't think that's what's happening.
And even then, it's like what also struck me is like the intensity is like way too high. It's like there's like no, and then like if it's like a mirror, okay, I would get it. But like these guitars, they're kind of reflective. But I would say it has to be a little bit more toned down and blurry. And then I don't know. I mean, it's tricky. Something just doesn't.
In terms of placement, I think it works though. Like I like the reflection on the floor. It might be also a bit too reflective. Like you can actually see how the plate is being reflected, and then the CG, it's a bit too crisp probably. Yeah. So I think it's great. It's a great integration, but as Dennis said, like the reflection throws me off a bit as well. Probably there should be more occlusion because there's like an object here. I would expect probably that the wall is not that white because it's a bit blocking or something like that. And these ones, it's a bit hard to know what he did here.
It's full CG, right?
It's full CG, but I think this is projected. Like I don't think that probably the floor is full a full CG texture. But I'm guessing that a couch is like a photograph just projected on it. At least that's my first impression here. Because we don't see so much.
Yeah, it's...
Like you can see it's definitely a scanned mesh. So I'm sure he has the same...
Yeah. And it's also something, just put like... write a simple description.
Yeah.
It's like if the recruiters can't figure out what you did.
Yeah. Looks great though.
It looks cool, yeah, it's cool. It's just like kind of hard to say what's going on. This is like full kind of like a still life situation, right?
Yeah.
I like what I see like a lot of still lives, especially in the rookies where it's like a still frame. Yeah. And like this simple camera move
just
adds so much, and then you can like judge it more because it's a still frame. you can paint in Photoshop nowadays. You can paint realistic. It's not, and it's not that hard if you know a little bit what to do. Yeah. But this is like okay. It's like you can see like here, like 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 this stuff, how it kind of scatters through and refracts. Like it.
Okay. Yep. Got it. A scrub. Just click on the image and.
Yeah, like this is what this stuff. Like little interaction with the shadows, like on the wall and like parallax.
Yeah, that's the thing which is important. Why you should, like, if you do still frames or like still lifes, you should render a camera move and not just pan the image. The reason is because even here you can see how the glass is actually being like refracting the liquid. Like here you can see there is some movement in the glass, which is just helping you to understand the shape and just the properties of the glass, which is pretty important. That when you do still lifes, make sure it's animated.
It's just like it has to be like just a slide move, like a track in or like this. It's awesome, and it adds so much cinematic quality to it.
Alright, so let's see that. I think obviously there's different close-ups of this. All in all, it's also amazing real.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I would say like the woman is part.
Like her or the child here?
I think it's the same. I mean, it's.
I don't think it's the same.
It's still very good. But yeah, no, overall it's.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I probably would not add her to it. The rest, and probably not this one, or just it's maybe just too close up or something. It's just a bit much. Right, let's go back to our main sequence. Next one. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right. Next one. Do double click, and here we go. Edmund Hong Ji Hao. Compositing and lighting reel.
That's good.
That's what we can talk about. Boom. I'm not sure. Emissive shader? That's a bit weird thing to say.
Lighting, compositing, finding. He basically built the shader and he did.
Emissive shader? What is there to do? That's just my question.
Oh, okay. Maybe he did the setup with the
Premiere. He added that in Premiere. Maybe the scale is off. Higher. Yeah.
So this is kind of like a little like Dragon Ball Z, but edgy kind of situation.
I think so.
And I like it. The only thing I would like to see it a little longer to see what's happening.
Yeah. Like a game. It's great that he says what he's worked on. That's really helpful.
Good. And like the breakdowns are good. Sometimes like for me it's a little hard to see like the okay, this is a shot, okay.
Is that a skull? Was that a skull on his chest? Or is it just... It looked like...
it looks like the shape.
Probably close. Let's keep going. Come on. I'll read through. Lots of comb treatment. Then... Ocean. Yes, placing. And thighs, I believe. No, what is it? Yeah. And this.
So you did like render the.
Oh, he just did comp. Okay, no, he just did comp apparently.
Like the thing in the bread, I like that.
That's just key. Okay, sorry. From beginning.
Overall, it looks pretty cool. So what I'm like with the space station, I think like overall it's a little bit too contrasty. Like looks cool, but a lot of dark. And like, for example, I know that like the space station has a really cool design, right? It's kind of like what is it? The guy with in Johannesburg. District 9.
District 9.
And then you got the clouds, this is cool, and then you got like the dark space station over like a dark sky. If you add like a little bit of gradient and you play it like dark over bright or vice versa, then you would read it. Or like the clouds, you extend them, you lift them a little bit, and then you have like the nice shape of the space station.
Yeah.
And then these explosions, they look off from the scale. Is I think what you thought?
Yeah, that's what it looks off scale, like too large. Like there's too...
Like they look like small, but because like the detail is too
large.
Too large. Yeah. It looks like you put like a little like hairspray and then you.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. That's actually a good reference. Yeah.
Like a little bit. And like overall, I think the shot design is a cool shot, but you can improve it if you, get the shape of this thing going, get the clouds a little closer, and then if you want to go further, you can even say. What you have is cool. The interactive lighting is pretty cool, but then you can go on and say, "Oh, we want the interactive lighting go on the clouds."
Yeah.
And you miss like this is. I think it's a little bit hard here.
Yeah, and then can I drive?
Yeah. Sure.
So what I would see like the spaceship here is very bright. Like I guess it should be moonlight on here. So why are the clouds not getting it right? That's one thing. Like I would expect like a super strong hot rim here as well because you see it on here.
And this is also I think also like this kind of specky or like this tight spec situation. It takes away from the scale.
It does
because it kind of looks like it's like a small plastic model and you put like your office a little bit, which is cool look, but. Yeah, right now I think it's a cool shot, but it can be tied a little bit together. And the good thing is, when you have any kind of explosions, everything is affected by explosions. If it's like, even if it's 10,000 kilometers away,
the light travels.
In reality, it's not, but in movies,
you want it to be.
It is, yeah. But yeah, look, like the model is really cool, and like even here, this looks like if you look at this image, this looks already a little bit. I think. Interrupting you so much.
That's okay, Dennis.
Yeah, look, if you have like, for example, like here, you can see the space station.
Yeah.
You get the shape and even this, and you lose. I like this bounce light it has to get
to see the shape.
Better, and convey like the scale a little bit, right?
Yeah. And then obviously, depending like where it is, does it have thrusters? I don't think it has. Like obviously, it's about realism now. But then like this huge spaceship, like how is it? Like I would expect thrusters. Like if it's in the atmosphere and you see clouds and stuff, like there should be some kind of thrusters keeping it up. Obviously, it can be some kind of alien tech, and it just floats.
Don't like when I was at MPC, they always said don't use the L word.
Yeah,
like logic
or realism. Yeah, that's true. Don't use that.
I get what you mean.
Definitely great reel opener. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's good work. I like this blue situation. It turns off when the
lights turn off. Similar like Captain Marvel, where she's flying through the spaceships and then everything explodes and the lights shut off.
Yeah,
like pretty cool. All right, next up, Dragon Ball, whatever you said it is. Like. Now, the first thing already looking at this, I'm saying, why is this coming now? Why do you get like this animation, cartoonish look like after watching this? I am expecting now, oh, what comes now? Maybe some other sci-fi or like more realistic render, but then the next shot is this, which I find a bit weird.
I mean, you can mix stuff up, but what I don't like, I want to see the shot. Like I want to see like, what I like when I see breakdowns is I see a final shot, and then like if it's perfect word, I see him like long enough to see what I understand, and then I see a breakdown where they this happens, this happens, this happens, these are the elements, and sometimes it's what I really don't like is when they do it vice versa, when they start with
the breakdown,
when they start with the elements and it builds.
Yeah, you first want to see the shot.
You first want to see, and because I don't know what's happening, because I'm so totally. What I really liked about I like the lighting about this scene. Like if you just look at the guy in the room, this is cool, and like
it's fairly simple. I think you could add way more in terms of light. Obviously, you don't know where the situation is, but like you could imagine that there are like some wooden hut windows here,
Yeah.
and then you see some nice shadows, and then when he's running through those shadow pools, like stuff like that. Like it feels, well, no, he was responsible for all aspects essentially. So that's definitely something I would do. Like this looks like it's top lit and it's just one light source, which is for me it's just too simple. So I would definitely add some detail, and probably the room is also too simple. Oh, Andrew says it's the Demon Slayer. Okay, so
it's probably something we
are too old to know.
Probably it's like one-on-one, and
Yeah.
we just don't know it. So sorry. Sometimes we're just talking bullshit.
Yeah.
And then yeah, here's a lot of
It's a lot of
craziness happening.
stuff. Yeah.
I would say it's a little bit too much,
Yeah.
and it it's just too blown out. It's
Yeah.
like, especially like if you have lightnings and all these like energy beams, like 99% of the time they have like a hot core which is kind of tight, and then they have some kind of fall off in the whatever color they have.
And this is just white here. I totally agree with you. It should be similar, like more like this, but even this is still too strong. You would see this hardcore and then like the gradient essentially, right?
Yeah. There's the gradient, and then the gradient casts like that's the lighting of the.
Yeah.
I like the cartoonish appeal of the effects, like this 2D-ish kind of thing.
Yeah. And then is that just just a break? Illusion. Yeah, you can already see it. It's
I think like it's just have to be rebalanced, and then like a little tweak.
It's an anime. We should shut up. Yeah, just give. Nice effects work. What else? Again.
Okay, let's see this. Like this is.
Let me just do this. Fire. Also, scale feels off.
I like it's very saturated. If you look at looks like a little bit like on the flames outside.
On the top here, yeah. That stuff like pre-mold or something like that, right?
Yeah, something. And then also it's very saturated, and then you get this does feel like it's illuminated. It looks a little bit like a post treatment, but maybe we're wrong. And then like the fire is really saturated. There's fire like this. Fires can also have a lot of different hues. It's like sometimes it gets really
bluish or
desaturated. And overall, what it doesn't help the composition that it's so just like it's hard to read. Like I'm having trouble reading the because it's so much happening right now.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's very hard to look at a certain thing. Like everything is like very bright and motion blur. I'm not sure. Like even though like the rock or the mountain, which it's supposed to be, just feels like a very smooth surface. Like there is no like sharp detail. Like if you would compare this to Solo, where they explode the mountain, you get so much detail on the mountain, right, in the ridges and everything. And this just feels very, very soft.
And like also what helps is you have this shape of the dragon, which looks cool, like the silhouette. And then to convey scale, if you would show him just in silhouette, it would be a better solution. And then it would be just make it like bright over dark or dark over bright.
Yeah.
And then simplify it. Just make him a silhouette, and then give him a little bit of his subtle red rim light from this stuff, and try to kill the detail on the.
Yeah. No. It's as I said, it's like hard to know where you should look at, right? All very bright. Like this works well, where you just see the silhouette of him in the sky.
But even here, it's like there's a lot of like, and it's not like the technique. It's more like the composition. So we got like a lot of similar shapes. Like this is also kind of similar structure and shape, like the fire a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you got like the water is similar, like detail and breakup as this stuff. So there's a lot of like very complex shapes, and it's hard to guide the eye, right? These even the clouds, everything is kind of in the same like.
Yeah. And also what I noticed in terms of comp, this rock surface here is very flat and lifted.
Cut out a little bit.
Yeah, so it doesn't match with the water at all. And then the further back your objects are, the more lifted they should be. And right now what I'm seeing, it's the opposite. Like the foreground elements they seem very lifted, at least the rock here, this rock surface here. So yeah, overall, and then the fire effects, I don't think they are working well. It's very stuttery and the scale is off. The volumes are very black.
And then also like for like big creatures like dragons or dinosaurs or any kind of monsters,
they move slow.
Same with spaceships. Is always rimlet and silhouette. If you look at like a lot of, I mean, this is just what works good. If you look at Godzilla, most of the time you have the silhouette, you have some kind of like landscape, and then you have Godzilla cut out on the. Here that works better. This is better. You can see him.
But then I would like to see like some rim light to see some more detail. This looks now very flat. It's like all over. It's just like he's just flat lit. And one thing which I like to say is that for like large scale objects, they should, like, everything should move very slowly. Like the fire is super fast and jittery. Like it should be like a big swooshing effect.
It's also like a scale
issues. Yeah. All right. So what? Oh, I guess just a breakdown. Oh, we got this one. Yeah, so I'm not so happy with this, to be honest. It feels like just like, first of all, it feels like there's placed in it, like, and then
I mean the track works pretty good.
The track works well, but like it feels like this, like it's squashed somehow, the explosion, in terms of perspective.
I think it's also a little bit too sharp. I don't know, like there's something about the, and then maybe it's also, I don't know, the contrast ratio is, if you go a little bit further, I think this contrast here made it feel cut out a little bit.
And it's white, right? The ground where it's on is very black, and then you get this like almost white looking. I mean,
it can be like a breakup from the stuff. Yeah. But like this contrast made it feel like a little bit cut out. I feel this stuff here, and then I don't know, like this detail here feels more blurry.
Yeah.
Even if it's not, if it's static, and I don't know. Also, maybe this is, if you look at the shadows here, this is all very blue, right?
It is very blue.
It is very blue. Where this is kind of like armor.
Yeah. You probably match it to this.
Yeah, but still, like you have like blue more there too. Blue here. Even like if you look at this areas here, more blue. And yeah,
it's definitely, I agree with that. What's whatever it was. Yeah, this I want. Like it's, I don't know, obviously I'm not sure exactly if it's just an element which he added, like, because I don't see any effects task in here, so he was just doing light comp and color grading. So I'm thinking this explosion is not actually a sim. It's just some kind of element he just popped,
or maybe
someone else did.
It's true.
Yeah, he says, I'm not sure if is that Eddie? Probably.
All footage.
Yeah, it's Ed. Yeah, it's probably all footage. Yeah, so then it's a bit tricky then, I guess, you can't even see the crater here. Like this feels very oval in terms, like it's like I would expect it to be more round. For instance, like this shape here is too oval, and I would expect it to be probably a bit like more round, because the perspective is not that flat. Like we're not that low from camera angle. But yeah, so all in all, it's
big question for the comp.
Yeah, this is also weird.
He brought it together from multiple elements.
Yeah. But then let's just do this, and then we are back here. So totally, this one is a strong piece, and this is again a great reel opener. It's a good choice, like how you place it, I think. And the order, I would say, then is good in terms of quality. Oh, we missed the bread.
We missed the bread. Okay, I think like the bread looks pretty cool.
It does. What throws me off again is first the strawberries.
Yeah, they're missing the
Yeah, like they're missing detail for sure, and then they feel a bit too saturated.
Yeah,
and then on the table.
Yeah.
And then the honey is not working at all. Or I think it is honey. Like it's not. There's no real contact. Like here, especially.
Yeah. That's like an edge line.
Yeah, it's all over. It's all over here.
Like, yeah.
Like how it's being comped. I guess again you were just doing the comp here. I would say it's probably not based on like, yeah, you can see it. I guess the table. I just have a background. Kind of. Anyway, so yeah, I think the honey doesn't work well, and it's not comped too well either. Like you get these white outlines which are very distracting. The bread like looks great, like it looks very real. So I'm curious to see how it was.
Maybe this is
real. Is he saying that as well? They were old footages? No, he's referring it to the. The strawberries are definitely not real.
They're not real, but I don't know. Like G bread is really awesome. No, maybe it's noisy or something. I don't know.
No, maybe it's
hard to tell.
No, it's a CG element. Okay, then it's a pretty good CG element.
Yeah.
So the bread is definitely spot on then, but the rest of fruits don't work, and the honey, like I'm not sure if it's a CG bread. Why is the honey not like? Why is it not really refracting the bread? It looks so. Like why is it so bright here? It should be very dark.
You did honey for the other rock movie, right?
Jungle Cruise,
yeah. The honey guy. You did the honey.
I did the honey, yeah, and it's. I would expect it to refract a lot more. CG gold, yeah, it looks like CG gold from The Hobbit. Anyways, yeah, thank you very much for that submission. It's definitely great work here, especially the opener.
If I would work on, like, I would just. This has a lot of potential, and yeah, if you polish this one really nice, it's a great.
All right, let's keep going here. So let's
do it. As we got.
What else we got? Just now we're here.
We had it.
That's a shorter one. Ignacio. Surfacing lighting.
Surfacing lighting. That's good.
Yeah, let's just jump in here. Oh, what did I? Why did it cut? Oh, that's my. Did a bit. All right, here we go. Didn't we see that before? But last time we had a similar thing, I guess. No,
I don't.
Okay. Game night. That's cool. I like the style. Like it looks very like saturated and yeah.
That's cute. Like this,
yeah,
that's cool. Like
something else, right?
And this is also like I like this the I just played Weekend Report. Like I love the wings.
Yeah, it's very creative.
Also, it's like
oh, this
I love this
Earthworm Jim, right? I think that's what it is.
No, it's yeah, but he's a carrot.
He's
right?
a carrot,
it's
but
a fruit dude. But it's Earth, yeah.
It's based off Earthworm Jim.
There's a potato, tomato, and pepper.
This one, yeah. It's mostly just boxing back.
Works.
Yeah.
The wood.
I know this asset.
Oh, okay.
It's from our Discord team challenge. Yeah. To show the fine render, but it's right now it's we're in the RV session, so I don't want to mess it up. But what? Yeah, surface. Yeah, these are cute, man. They work so well.
They're like a commercial or something.
Yeah. Alright, let's go through it. Ooh, surface lighting groom. So yeah. So
I think the acid looks.
The model or
yeah, no, like the surfacing, the surfacing, the model, and the wing looks like a character.
I'm not sure, like, if he wants to go a bit more realistic though, like if he wants to, like, for me it feels like there's not, the skin feels a bit too contrasty or too,
yeah,
like,
but I think if you go further and he shows the turntable,
yeah,
not this one,
the worst,
because like
this one, yeah, that's better.
I think it looks a little bit, but I think it looks alright for what it, like,
yeah,
if you like this for this style, it's like the haircut is pretty good.
This works a lot better, yeah.
This looks better. And then if you go back to first, I think like the problem here is like a little bit the lighting, or like maybe it's even the comp treatment. What I don't personally don't like so much is like the hair is really green and really saturated.
Yeah.
And I think this is also what pulls you off on the skin color.
Yeah, probably. Sure. Like, and also there's like,
and I think there's some maybe it's some comp treatment, like the eyes, you can see the mats, he's doing some stuff. This is, and all in the turntable, this is all working.
Yeah, I agree. In the turntable, it's fine.
It's
just,
fine,
yeah.
and then it's like you got too much contrast here, and it's just kind of unbalanced right now. And I think it might be too much lights or too much comp treatment, and maybe light linking or whatever.
Even the specs are weird, right?
Yeah.
You would expect these specs to be on the opposite side.
On the opposite side, even
Like
like sometimes in
it
animation, most of the time you cheat specs. It's just like an
like a shader.
like no, it's just like a 2D thing you put on.
Okay.
It's like they have, but
it should be here, right? It should, because they are on opposite sides.
yeah, like
which is-
she looks like she's like,
yeah. What is it? Cross-eyed.
cross eye, and in like, I think if you like the environment is, or is it like it just, I think if you simplify stuff, just start with the HDRI, and then you add like the character lighting. It's because this looks pretty good, yeah. And it's pretty. Everything what we said about the other one is like the eyes work.
Yeah.
Also, you're missing on the other one, like in animation, they always want like think here, then what the brightness of.
Yeah, the iris.
Yeah, and the
Rancular.
yeah, like there's like we get these.
But again, this looks almost like the princess from here. What is it? From Frozen. Like
Yeah.
Elsa or something. Cornea, yeah, probably cornea.
Cornea, yeah, that's what.
Cornea is the essentially the lens, right?
Yeah.
The reflection.
And you see this is probably just lit with an, it's just like a neutral HDR.
Yeah.
And this works. So the look depth is good, and then like here, I think he just went. Also,
Yeah, let's just keep going. So this one, yeah, that's just, I feel this is like best work. You should start with this, honestly.
Indie kids.
Indie kid.
Looks good.
What did he do? Render lighting. Yeah. So then you can see, like, if everything is really well made, it's so much fun to just do the lighting work, and I think he did an awesome job on this.
It's behaving the way it.
Yeah. The surfacing, obviously he did not do that, but the surfacing works well. They feel very soft, like if you would touch it, it's like almost like a velvet feeling to it. So I think this works super well.
And then it's like, this is supposed to be made of plastic, and
Yeah,
everything
this
is
plastic,
like,
this is soft again. Good. Yeah, there's not much to say about this. I think this is like a very polished.
like a kid's
Really?
system.
Yeah. Kinney kids, no idea.
I like this stuff.
Yeah, great too. Unfortunately, is it just a still? Or the turntable?
And can you go back to this? It's like this cool design, is nice lighting, is a lot of fun ideas he's incorporating. And the only thing I would say is like, it's a little bit too contrasty here.
Yeah.
I would, like, you want to look at this guy, look at this. I would simplify this, like just lift the blacks here. If you lift it, it can still be on. You can lift it and you can like cool it off a little bit. So it pushes this back, and it got like these nice shapes here. Can make also, and this would bring out all this stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe like lift the shadows a little bit here. I guess some stuff is a little bit too contrasty. Even the trousers get black. And what they do a lot of in Disney and stuff, they have really saturated shadows, so they push the HDRI, like Oops.
Oh, they don't. Sorry. I think I still have my noise gate on. Let me just let's just do this. Yeah, so I think the problem was, nah, it's fine. They sometimes just could not hear you probably, I think. Like it was your audio was sometimes dropping out because you were just a bit too quiet. No, it's good. Now you don't need to scream again. Okay. It's all good now. What I would say is there's so many elements in here. It's a bit hard to know where to focus your eye to.
That's
so
true.
You have this, the bird here, then you've got the bees, you've got the heart, so the plant pots. And then you've got this brightened background, so it feels all like it's the same brightness in the top right corner, and then it's in the top left corner. It's a bit hard to read.
Yeah.
So probably a vignette would maybe help, just to help direct the eye a bit. And then yeah, I think that's probably my most apparent note I would give. And again, I agree with the black levels. It feels very crunchy here, especially.
Yeah. So similar to the other, the dragon before, where there's a lot of, you have, like plants are always tricky because they have like leaves, they have a lot of complex detail and it gets busy real quick.
Yeah.
So you try to simplify shapes, and it's like, yeah, so right now this is very contrasty. Here's contrasty area. So if you simplify this top area and then cut them kind of out and make this a little brighter here, then it's gonna be pretty successful.
Yeah, I just tried to do some fresh air.
Oh yeah, that's good.
The office gets a bit warm.
It's like a nice sunny day here in Vancouver.
Yeah, it's all right. Let's keep going here.
And now it's like the break. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Like these assets, they're all like super nice. And the grooming, even the grooming on the dude is
so cute.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my haircut.
Yeah. And
I love the inflatable wings.
Yeah, it's a really good idea just because it's you don't want to, like, normally it's just like a flat plane, right? And this adds so much volume and it's a very interesting shape.
It's a nice design.
Let's see. And then the tree, very fluffy.
It's like a velvet kind of.
Yeah, works pretty well. And then we have the last one, which is this one. I love that he modeled the studio as well. So it's not just, typically you see it's just an HDRI or just some backdrop or something, but he actually modeled the props here, which I really love the idea.
Yeah, it's a cool way of presenting it. It's like it adds so much more than when you just you put it in front of a gray
like this,
ram.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no, it's super well made.
And he has the thingies in there, the
coils.
Yeah.
It's also nice the depth you see. They look like as if they are in like a smoke volume or like a liquid or something.
And he has like the stuff we would have like from a lighter.
Yeah.
We have like a barbecue
like
lighter
a torch?
thingy. Yeah, like in like the I don't know the name, but this burning kind of.
Oh, you mean this from
color
the heat,
shift.
the colorization? Yeah. Yeah, it's a great model too. Like this, yeah, it just works well. Like, it's a really well done job here. It's hard maybe to see the carrot. It's maybe the face needs to be a bit more pushed or something to make it a bit more readable.
Also, like I feel like it's also a little crunchy. Like the blacks get really black.
Yeah. What is it? E? Yeah,
see, like, yeah, it's really crunchy. I don't know if it's a post treatment or something. You can just, if you just expose up your HDRI, it gets a little bit. Like you can like render it a little bit softer, and then if you wanted to increase the crunchiness, it's like simple in comp.
Just lifting the gamma, you can see now the backdrop, like the background's a bit better. Let's just do this and then E. Probably a bit too much on the gamma.
A little bit too much,
but something like this is interesting, yeah. From here to here, yeah.
Because this looks a little bit too color shifted, like a little bit off.
Yeah.
Even if you look at the chart, it's
All right, let's keep going. Turntable and then the props.
Awesome stuff, awesome design.
And then this one,
this dude.
So it's essentially a replacement of the bag. Like,
I think there was no bag.
No, there was.
There was. Oh yeah.
Well, some kind of cushion.
Yeah, okay.
So it's essentially sitting like a cushion, and then they replace with a bag.
It works pretty good.
Yeah. It's probably the surface, like these bumps are probably a bit much, like a bit too strong.
Yeah, like they think the scale might be a little bit too big, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But then with the motion blur or the defocus,
Like in the shot, it totally. Yeah, he looks a little bit like plasticky.
yeah. But then with the defocus, it does work. It's probably still a bit too large.
But it's nothing. You wouldn't watch it and you wouldn't be bothered by it. Like this works.
Yeah,
this was pretty good.
I was hoping though to see, like, you can see it here, these nice folds and everything. And it would be nice to see that here too, which we don't, right? So that's probably one thing. It looks like a mask just being pushed in here.
A little bit, yeah.
Like on this area. Like this, right? I would expect like these nice folds and wrinkles. Obviously we are dissecting this now, like in motion. Like if you see it once in a TV, like, or a TV commercial, it's
good.
It's good. Like you would not really say, oh, that's totally weird. All right, and then this one, which is nice. Looking at this now, obviously it's matching the ref good, but I think it's a bit too contrasty as well. Like I would give the same note as we had before.
I'm missing a little bit of spec on the metal. Like some areas where it's like scraping and you get like little shininess too.
Yeah. And then probably the bump is too much. Like it's a bit.
I mean, okay, that's the ref kit.
Oh, did I mess up my presentation now? No. Yeah, but then that's the reference, and overall, like in the main still life shot, it works very well. I totally agree. It's not bad. Definitely it was definitely a fun project to work on. And if you want, we have a Discord channel. If you want to join us over there, if you want, we are working on the second challenge as well.
Yeah, it's good. These guys again, they're good.
Yeah, I think that's nice. How does he start his reel?
He has the woman, like the.
Oh yeah, her, right?
Yeah, I would start with the. I don't know. I would start with Earthworm with the.
Yeah, me too. I would start with him. Where is he? No, not him. With him.
Then the kids.
Then the kids. Then the tree guy, and then probably last her.
Yeah.
Alright, I would try to work on her a bit more, probably too. Because the turntable, as you said, works well. Like the skin feels nice.
I think it's just like spends like time lighting.
A bit on lighting,
yeah.
Yeah, great job here, Ignacio. Amazing work. It was Ignacio, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's continue. We are, what's the time now? Like we have 40 minutes left. And then we keep going. And we have still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reels. So we'll see how far we get. Next one.
Andrea Grau. Sounds German.
Sounds Deutsch.
I love this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good. Lips are a bit weird. Lips are too, like, I would say a bit plasticky. This as well. Well,
what was it like? What was it? Is it like modeling or look dev or?
Let's just double check again.
Texture shading artist, okay.
Yeah, we live on the highway. Alright. I'm missing a bit of like saliva, like something in the mouth probably.
Well, I love the his vest. Looks really good.
Let's just play it back.
Okay. That's we just play. You're right. I like this guy.
Yeah, Vespa guy. Berlin Calling, right?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, good details. Number plate is a bit. That's nice. That's like a product.
I had a Vespa.
You had one.
Yeah. I love this too. Is he from a movie or something? He looks familiar.
It's probably a game.
A game?
Maybe the chat would know if they know these props. Like I can't get too old for this. Compass artifact. Okay, I'll close the window again. It's chilling out. This was weird.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit long.
Destiny Ghost. Snow?
Yeah, it kind of looked like snow. Alright, Andrea. Are you in the chat? Say hello if you are. Alright, let's start with this guy. Grunt the Disgraced Soldier. And you said, yeah, the vest is pretty good. It looks very flat though, in terms of, it looks like a diffuse color only here.
Yeah, well, yeah, you may be right, but I think overall it works pretty good. Yeah, I agree with you on the lips. It looks, you know what? It looks to me like this stuff looks to me like is it would be like modeled in clay and then painted.
Yeah.
But in a good way, like yeah, you're missing I would say you're missing the physical attributes of the skin.
Yeah, there's no scatter.
No scatter, and
it feels, yeah, definitely there's. Yeah, I don't see any subsurface scattering here. Like all what we see here, the redness here, this is all in the albedo map.
The ears.
Yeah.
There's no translucency on the gum.
Yeah. So one thing to note is like you would not paint lips red, like if it obviously if you don't have stuff on it, but normally the color comes from the blood in your lips, and the same on the nose and around the eyes and the ears. The diffuse color itself is pretty much gray. Well, it has some kind of colorization, but essentially it's gray, and all the life comes from the scatter. And then what she did here, I believe, is she just painted the maps very red, and you can see it on the nose especially, that there is just no scattering going on. And I think it would add so much more realism if you would have that.
It would be really disgusting.
It would be really cool.
Yeah. Not in a cool way, it's like, yeah. But
disgusting good, yeah.
I like the model, and the design is cool. He reminds me of the guy from the anime, like Ghost in the Shell. He has similar eyes.
Okay.
One dude.
Wait, we got gray lips? Don't get it. Oh, we don't have, whatever. There's blood in your lips. That's what makes them red. So you would perceive them as red. But if you would, like, that's why you get blue lips, right? If you're really, really, really cold, the blood gets out of your system or out of your lips, and then it gets very blue.
Watch Titanic.
Yeah, watch Titanic. That's a good reference. And then we've got lots of props, and I love this version here. I love
robots. That's awesome.
Mech robots. And I'm not sure if they, again, are from some kind of game or whatever.
But yeah, this shading works pretty good. Textures look good. You have a good balance of like shiny and
rough surfaces.
Like and
this,
you got and you don't have like much. There's no crazy distraction with the spec hits. There's a little bit, and yeah, I think it's pretty well balanced.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
In terms of presenting it, I probably would want to expect a shadow, like an occlusion shadow, just to floor him. Right now he seems like floating. Obviously, it's a choice what you want to do.
And what I thought about with these guys, they look for me like an action figure or something. I would love to see them like this is like but it would be cool like just shoot it on a desk and then integrate it or something. I mean, it would be just a fun thing, and it also like.
Helps to sell.
Like the other guys, the presentation was pretty cool. Oh, I put them like in a made up studio, like put them next to each other, like just give it a little bit more,
more love.
And it's not it's just a day work or something, and it adds too much. There's a little road situation. Oh, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. These product shoots are nice, like they work well. Especially the glass here. It's always tricky to get.
You got the reflective thing on the sign, like
what reflective thing?
Like this.
Oh, retro-reflective.
They have like these flakes in it or something.
Yeah.
If you look at them close, and it's a good here. Even here you got this stuff. This is complex. This is pretty good.
Again, one thing is, obviously, if you go for photorealism, most of the time, because it's a vehicle on the street, there's always dust involved or like fumes, like there is some kind of grease or dirt on it, especially on the back of the vehicles. Like there might be like splashes on it or just dust in general. So if you want to go obviously for a polished look like this is totally fine. But then if you want to go for realism, like if you want to present it like that on the street, I would expect it to be dirty, like at least more dirty than how clean this looks right now. But it's great modeling. I'm not sure. I guess she did all aspects of this.
I'm not sure, but yeah,
it looks like my ARNOLD Photoshop. What is it? Substance designer and painter, I believe. And then more of these guys.
Same guy. He looks pretty good. He has like a good.
Yeah, that's nice, right? Like,
that's cool.
And that's essentially similar things I was missing on the Vespa probably, is like dirt and the occlusion.
Just have it on the feet.
And here, like you see the rust around these areas here, which I think work well too. It's distressing. It's super good.
Nice start.
Oh, the distressing is super good. Yeah. All right, and then let's go in. Yeah, it's good. It's still playing.
Like this is, I think this is like one of the weaker parts, and this is also like it's cool, but it's like, look, you already showed like the robots, they are better.
Way
than this.
better, yeah.
This is more interesting to look at. So you showed already that you
can do it.
You can do this kind of style. So just leave it out.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't add to it. If it doesn't add to it,
get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Yeah,
I agree.
It's not bad. It's just like okay, like you don't want to double stuff up. Then this is I don't know, like what is it?
What is this?
Yeah, is it like you model it or like this? Because this is also like from the quality, it's less than the previous ones.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like it's overall, it just feels totally out of the quality you presented before. And then again, as Dennis said, if it's a weaker piece, I would just remove it. It seems like it's in Unreal. It's like a real-time thing, but it's not that great. There's no ground connection with those rocks. Like the plants look totally weird. Like everything here is not on the same quality as you have in the beginning of your reels. Like all this is amazing, right?
It's like this, and you can end with this guy. Boom, you're good.
Yeah. Let's see if we missed something. And then so you have another prop, then you have this environment, and then you have another prop. And as Dennis said, it's like we know we can do it. Even I probably would keep this, but remove the compass, right?
Yeah. And what else we got?
We got shaders. So this is substance.
Like the mud kind of works.
Mud works. I'm not
snow. Is it snow?
I think it's supposed to be. It feels like very dry, like powderish.
Yeah. Like the thing, like the snow really doesn't sell it to me.
Yeah.
And then also like if you're not unsure about it, it's like. Look, already you have a good impression. It's like it's cool you have this mud shader, but it doesn't add to it that much, right? And it's like this is kind of cool. And the
tapes.
I don't know if I need a wall with tapes. I would grab it, but it's funny and
yeah, I'm not sure. Like I agree that it's not like I'm not sure if this stuff should be part of a reel. Maybe you can do like just a separate movie about just shading, like just your shading experiences or something like that. But again, like the props are definitely more interesting for a reel.
I would stop with the last robot or add this other thingy then then it's super awesome.
All right, so let's see. Okay, thanks for the submission, Andrea. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Is the full real-time reel? No, I don't think so. Like these things were rendered in Arnold here.
It says Arnold
V-Ray. Just this environment, which is real time.
Yeah.
I believe. All right, so next one.
Boom. Oh, look at this guy.
Property of Magic Light picture.
Yeah, it's actually from Triggerfish Animation.
Triggerfish?
Yeah,
oh.
from Cape Town.
Cape Town. Are we in the beginning? No, we're not.
Oh, go to the beginning.
But where is his intro? We don't have an intro?
There is an intro. I saw it. There must be an intro. Maybe you killed it.
Did I mess it up?
Probably.
I
remember.
so.
It's like there must be an intro. It says.
The thing is,
I saw this and it had like a card. That's why I remember this.
Well, it's not. We just need to deal with this now.
Ah, okay.
But it would be nice to see his name.
It's a girl. It's like. Are you in the chat by any chance?
Let me just see if I can pick up the Vimeo link.
Yeah, this would be good.
Which number is this? 162. Ugh. Okay, we just. Okay,
I think I can.
Which was number 3637. I'm not sure if these numbers were presented though.
If you open my email, Okay, like the Gmail. And
oh yeah.
I remember. It's try like
this.
No, go one higher, like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, no play it.
I'm just check. I want to see where it's starting. No, it starts.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, we're good. Maybe the card comes after. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are, a little dragon, cutie dragon. It looks like a clay dragon, but let's just play it and then we see. That's cute. It's like oh, that's nice. That's a nice shader. That's different though than it was before.
Yeah, he's wet now.
But it's yeah, it was looking different. It was great. He's a bit flat, I would say. Like there's nothing in his eyes. What is this?
It's like a movie, like one of these BBC Christmas movies they do every year.
Okay. That's really funny.
Yeah, they do good stuff.
So character, surface, and environment. So he's like essentially shading it.
Yeah, I think it's a girl.
It's a girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not here.
Not here. It has a bit of like a bit of Shrek style. Where they run away.
Yeah.
But it's then stop motion as well. It looks very much like Shrek. They also have this in Shrek. This castle.
It's like this like children's books they made movies out of.
Okay.
Like from British like children's book authors.
That's really cool. But I assume that's just that he just submitted that one, like his work on that movie, right? There's nothing else in this reel.
No, her.
Yeah.
Like,
her.
Yeah.
Okay. Why keep we saying him? Like I don't. The problem is we don't have a name. Probably it's.
I think if you click on the video, it's like it says like the
bottom.
Allison
Parker.
Allison
Okay.
Parker.
All right. So then one thing is, if this is your reel, then I probably would introduce yourself, like in the first like 5 seconds or something, right? Just say, hey, I'm Allison, just like a little title thing, like we've seen in the other ones, just like a little bit of about what you do and that, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep playing this. So responsible character surfacing. So essentially you did the look dev of that little dragon and on all the props, I would believe, in here too.
Yeah. So obviously they're going for like a stylized look.
Definitely.
It's kind of like a clay painted, kind of like very tactile look.
Yeah.
And like on the tongue they go a little bit more realistic and stuff. And overall I have to say like this works pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's also like if you do stylized stuff, it's keep it consistent or keep it balanced. And even like the eyes, like we were like in a lot of previous submissions we're talking all the eyes they missing this or like subsurface.
Yeah.
Here's like this is part of the style and it's consistent, so we don't bother about it, right?
Yeah.
And we got a little bit like speck breakup on the tongue, so it's in some detail, and overall I think the level of detail is really nice.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that pulls like.
I like that it's like a very harsh animation, like it's very steppy, but that's definitely what they want to go for. Like there's no motion blur at all.
Yeah, it's like a 2D-ish feel, like stop motion concept.
Yeah. But one thing is what Dennis said is the tongue looks very detailed. Hey Ole, how's it going? The tongue looks very detailed, but then I was hoping to see probably a bit more breakup on him maybe, or on the other props, like or reduce it on the tongue or something. It just feels like.
You think it feels out of place?
I
don't think it's like. I think
it's just so nicely detailed, but then we don't see it on.
I get what you mean, but I think it works for the short kind of.
But then you look at this.
This looks pretty cool.
This looks really cool.
And it has like a good mix of like realistic and stylized, like, and it's actually pretty tricky. It's like tricky to make like to mix realistic with stylized, and it feels wet, but it also feels
Something is weird with those drops here. You see they are sliding, right?
Yeah, might be.
Maybe I just comp. Is it possible? They just comped in?
Or like it's a perspective thing that they warped something. Or...
Yeah, but I love the realism of him. It works so nice, the wet look of him. It's really cool. you get the nice details definitely, which is cool. But then, yeah, I'm not sure. Like he looks so polished now, and she looks a bit simple.
I think overall works pretty good.
But it's the style, right? Yeah. Oh, I love the translucency. What I would say here is that below this canopy, he feels a bit too flat. Like he has some kind of fill on the right here, but then like the whole left side is a bit too flat. Probably I would add some kind of rim.
She is a little bit.
Yeah, she's a bit better cut out. You can see like she's got these rims all over. But I would expect to see a bit more on like probably here.
Get it on this, yeah. Get something like just a little.
Yeah, we need to draw here.
Like a little gradient on face, but it's I don't know. Like some point it's just like style, and it's just about surfacing. Like she didn't do the lighting actually.
Oh yeah, good point. She did not do the lighting.
Yeah. So whoever did the lighting, he fucked up. Just kidding. I actually know the guys at Triggerfish. They are really nice people, and. You guys did an amazing job. I once worked there and it was one of the best experiences I had. Like,
yeah, and it was South Africa, which is
love goes to Cape Town. Like these are really good people.
Yeah, and then surfacing. Yeah, so I think they want to go for this clay look. Like you can see the frog.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
these edges. So
no, here the tongue is actually it's simpler.
Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah.
More, I think it's the movie's about drugs, like with the frogs you lick and like magic mushrooms.
Magic frogs?
I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. Like it feels like everything feels very nicely in the same environment. Like the detail is great.
If you go back, like I like the pillows.
Yeah,
like they have detail, but it's not distracting, and it's really good. It's good work and good art direction.
Yeah, probably for this one the rocks are a bit too simple.
Yeah,
but they should not be distracting too. So it's probably good as well that they are not too detailed. And then this is great. Yeah, we now have seen probably most of the characters here.
I think this is another movie. So it's the same
look, yeah. Like the snow here works well.
Like the snow, yeah. That's kind of what we were missing on the other, like the snow we saw before.
Yeah.
It's a stylized snow, but it has like this like powdery feel to it, and
yeah, I love the stop motion. Like we always get the comment, oh, there's no motion blur, add motion blur. But looking at this without it feels cool. Like I really like it.
There's like a matte painting in the back.
Yeah. Schloss, what did he say? Schloss Neuschwanstein? Yeah, it's overall pretty good. Creative lighting. Okay, so here's some lighting work.
Let's destroy it.
Lighting on this one is great. Like, obviously you don't want to add rims because there's just one light source, right, for this kind of scale.
But this is and even if you look at the composition, it's kind of like dead on, but it's like what we were missing on some other stuff. So like you have the depth cueing, right? This is very desaturated. Then you get like the dark blacks in the foreground. You got nice key fill ratio. You got some shaping where you need it, and and he was another dragon. He's kind of silhouetted, and it works. But it works also because it's a good composition.
Yeah.
The clouds, everything feels like it's made of.
Yeah, totally.
And even here, like the environment is pretty good with the leaves. If you go one further back.
Yeah.
If you have here's like they managed to get some kind of hierarchy in it. Like you focus on the guys. Yeah. They're like a little bit like they push the light a little bit for them, but it forces your eye to it.
Yeah, but you see also that there's a vignetting going on, so
it's already done in the layout.
Yeah.
And then they push it, can make this dark.
Yeah.
Put this gas here, and this is basically what we're talking about the beginning. Like they took some time to plan the shot, and then it's like, okay, this is why we put the characters. There's movement, and then everything else supports the story element.
Yeah. Do you know the name of the movie?
The movie is the Zog, the little dragon or something.
Okay, yeah, someone was asking.
It's a Z-O-G.
Zog?
Yeah. I think so. You can also like check out the Triggerfish website. It's Triggerfish Animation.
Yeah, let's quickly see.
It's like, and there's all this stuff. Triggerfish.
Yeah, all complete is
all complete. Is killing it. Boom.
This one?
And then you go movies. Yeah, that's the
I'll
side.
just paste the link here. Oh, that's what the
that's the old one. This is the one they have in production right now, and then they have movies.
They don't have.
Maybe you scroll down. Should have.
Nope, that's all.
But this is one of the movies. That's weird.
Well, anyways. Alright, let's keep going here. So let's see what is up next.
Yeah, great work. It's,
yeah,
cool
definitely.
stuff.
But again, yeah, just maybe to comment quickly on this, like for real, you want to see a bit more variation. This is now just one movie and the shots you worked on in that one movie. Like if you want to do like a proper reel and you want to be a bit more versatile in what you work on. So it would be nice to see just different. Obviously you might not have it, but it would be great to see different kind of styles of different kind of work you worked on.
Or if you have a turntable for any chance, like
that, yeah,
do like a turntable.
Yeah. All right, so let's keep going. We are next up. Kartek Suresh. Modeling surfacing reel. I think I've seen that on the rookies.
I think so too. Yeah.
Like the lady and the mask.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Overall impression is like, okay, it's cool. It's great detail.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not going for like a super photo reel like situation with the skin and stuff, but it is like, this could be like a game cinematic, totally, or like what is it, like this Team Fortress, like I'm not into games, but it is good.
Oh, I love this one.
This is good.
Spider webs. What I see though is like everything feels like it's coming through Substance Painter somehow. You always get the same kind of feel to it, like in terms of roughness and bumps. And
everybody's working on it.
Yeah, that's it. Like it always, you get the same edge breakup, so that's something which is very repetitive. Digital human. What do we have here? Oh, let's just play. It's a bit too much on the peach fuzz, like on the nose. It's definitely not that long. The hair.
Well, I think it's not shooting for photo. It's more like a
stylized
game cinematic, like something the same as this. I think this is like something. This is a reel I would apply to Blur or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is like you send it to Blur and then you might get like something lined up.
Yeah. Oh, lots of guys. Special thanks to ARNOLD. All right.
Your think tank.
Is that the next one?
No, this is like the school he's going to. But this is just like.
I
think they're even in
North End, right?
I think so. I
think that's think tank.
I think it's think tank, yeah. And
all right, so
let's go through it.
Concepts. He's responsible for all aspects.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Like doing all this is a pretty impressive work. Like it's a typical generalist stuff. It's great.
Yeah, like the class looks like it works like the thing, and it's not.
No,
it's
I really
so easy.
It's maybe a bit too dim. Like if you want to present it, I would probably push the key lights a bit up.
Oh, like overall,
it's obviously because this just feels a bit too dim. Like I would love to see a bit more key light on him, like just to make it a bit more pop. It's good work though. Like it's definitely good work.
It has like the sweat on the forehead.
Yeah, it's true, and on the arms. I first thought it's like water, but it's probably sweat, right?
Something, right? And yeah, even it's like it has like this expression to it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
And like this struck me is a little bit it pulls my attention.
What does?
Like the bright reflective thing.
This here?
So if I would like the thing, if I would get this asset in a shot, like on every shot we see this, we would get the note.
Yeah.
Turn down the
spec,
the reflection.
Yeah.
Or combo do it or whatever. And it's not nothing that is not real or something. It's just like a
it's a bit too much. Yeah,
it's like a design thing. But yeah, this looks good. It's like lots of detail, like all these pipes and whatever, and this nice decals and stuff.
Yeah, chromatic aberration. Yeah, no, it definitely. I just boosted it up. Just it's a bit hard. Like I think it's a bit too dim. Just to judge it. So I'm just boosting it.
And look, even here's like some tape on it. Like the shoe is like. There's a lot of like there went a lot of work in it and
lots
like
of detail.
A lot of reference, and you can see like this person did a lot of research, googling like all these references and yeah, this is something
very well made.
Yeah.
Like I would be proud of myself if I could do this. Like I'm pretty sure I can't like pull it off. At least it will take me a long time to do this.
Yeah, no, it's like this is absolutely.
It's really
and it
cool.
has like also it's not like a generic character. It has some kind of expression to it and some kind of like
nice pose,
like feel and presenting the maps and stuff.
Okay, let's just go here.
Like this.
I love the torn off cloth here. Like this adds some nice depth to it. I think it's really cool. Probably the texture here is a bit large on this section here. Might be a bit too large. I would probably do it a bit smaller. But all in all, there's not much to critique on.
Not much to complain on.
It's a very good reel for sure. And as Dennis said, like if you apply at game companies with that, I'm pretty sure they'll hire you.
There's a little bit too much of the bump maybe is like it's too big, but
like all over, like here probably, like even the rust is probably a bit strong, but it's working, that's for sure. All right, let's keep going here. Turntable. Yeah, man, all the overall like detail, like the broken up, the stickers ripping off, like it's pretty good. Really like it.
This is the one she's wearing. I didn't get it. Like she has this on around her waist.
Yeah, at her hip.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I thought it was a separate aspect. No, that's awesome. There's so much detail on one.
And then we have him.
It's the same issue, like the little eyes. This is like it's a little blurry under the.
Like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tear line should be, it's water, so it should not be
super crisp. It should be super crisp.
It should be super crisp. But then again, it should be probably not a straight line. You should add maybe a bump map on it, like a very subtle bump map, just to break this up a bit.
I like really the detail here, like
right.
I think this looks really good here, like this area.
Yeah, in terms of the pores.
Yeah, it has like a nice feel, the scale, and all the value, like the subsurfiness feels right.
I would probably say it might be a touch too scattery, especially like the pores, they look a bit glowy. But then again,
also it's pretty close.
It's pretty close too, yeah. And then what I just noticed is the peach fuzz on the nose. Like this is a bit much. Like you probably have hair, but it's not that visible. It's first of all it's on the nose. It's very short. It gets longer on the cheeks probably.
Yeah.
And then depends if the guy is actually shaving.
His nose.
This is not his nose, but I mean the rest of his face.
But then again, if you look at it like this is like super close. If you look at like further away,
yeah, this works better for sure.
It works better, and it's also like there's like stuff always like that you combine. This could be, I don't know. Look, this guy is like a Red Dead Redemption, whatever.
Yeah,
and
like one character there.
Yeah, this works. And if you look at the reference, it's like there's like.
Is there Red Force ref?
Oh
no, that's actually render. So yeah, that's what I want to say. The studio, the studio here works pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. I looking at this, I feel something is off with the eyes. The rest here works very well, but the eyes somehow probably it's a caruncular, the corner of the eyes here, which are just too saturated.
Too salmon.
Yeah. The sweat here is nice on the forehead, that works great. And I think in general the proportions are good. The anatomy, probably the ears are just too symmetrical. I think it's just a mirror, so I would probably just break it up slightly. And then we have her.
Also, cool character design. I don't know if it's like from some video game, I don't know, or whatever.
It probably is, and I think it's from. Which one did I just play? Because they have these weird guys there. Which game did I play? Oh. People will know. What was it? Oh, it's from Skywalker, the Star Wars game.
Star Wars?
Let me just check it quickly. Star Wars.
Battlefront?
Is it? No, Star Wars. Is it Battlefront? No, it's where you have the guy with this redhead guy.
I don't play games.
You don't play games. Let's see. Oh man, Force Awakens. Yes. Thank you. That's what it is. Force Awakens. And then they're called the Sisters or something.
You know more than me, man.
Well, I played the game. Yeah, that's the EA game. Thank you. I'm just searching it quickly on the second screen here. Force Awakens, EA. Fallen Jedi, that's what it is. Well, yeah, thank you guys. And I'm pretty sure that they are from there. We still don't see them, but anyways, I'm pretty sure it's from here. Ginger guy, yeah, the ginger guy, exactly. All right, yeah, it's definitely super cool. Like, I love the concept. I love how he or she, was it she? No, the Night Sisters. Thank you. Yeah. So it's pretty well made. It's good.
Yeah.
Maybe the cap is a bit plastic.
Reflective.
Yeah. But it works well here, on here. But maybe
yeah. Overall, it's like, yeah, this is like, you can, this person's probably working already, or
yeah,
it's like, yeah, this is pretty, should be no problem.
Yeah, definitely great work here.
Yeah.
What would you say is the strongest piece? This one?
I think actually the last one is like the last
female?
one, then this guy, and then you can go into the
props.
details. Yeah, or like, yeah. I was. Is there one? Was there one more? Was there one more for me?
No, I just skipped already.
Cool.
All right, so let's keep going. So let's just default sequence, go up. All right, Leonard. 3-1, where you know where 3-1 is? Area code? Is it Netherlands or something?
I don't know.
No. All right, let's play it. Boom. Splash.
Oh, it's a fish.
It's got weird eyes. Like, yeah, weird eyes. Huh. The eyes look totally weird, but I don't know how those fish look like. Hip hop's cooking. Mingo. So she's played apparently. Set extension. Oh, that's working well. Shit, that's good. I'm not even sure what was replaced here.
The foreground stuff was put in, I think. Okay.
Robot head, CG and VFX soup. Yeah, again, you can see already the bump is, it feels very generic. Cloth looks a bit odd. Yeah, mantra, nice. Alright, let's see. So this is just played, I would say, right?
Yeah, this is played, and then the guy, the fish. And I think it looks awesome. It works pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, you said the eyes are weird, but I don't know. It's like,
yeah, I don't know how they are.
Maybe they are like this.
They probably are.
Or like from terms from integration and so what did he do exactly? Mark actually looked up lighting and compositing. Yeah, I mean this. The only thing like I would say is that you can get some translucency on the fins because fish fins are very translucent. They're like super translucent.
And then what I'm feeling like it's a anamorphic lens, or it's at least the bouquets here are like this shape.
Yeah.
But you don't see that shape on the fish, right?
But is there bouquet on the fish?
No, but you would. Wouldn't you see some kind of stretching vertically?
So it's a calm question.
It's a calm question. Yeah, we're not like you're a bit calmer. But yeah, no, I agree. Like integration wise, it's great. It's probably a bit dark. Probably. Well, this is dark too. No, it's maybe good.
It depends. I also want like if this would be like visual effects, like if it's like a big start point, they would say, okay, we want to read the fish more. This would be kind of common. Then you would add like increase the fill, like kick the rim, do the rimless a little higher.
Yeah, Netherlands. Okay, good guess.
And
yeah, that's great. Turntable. Like I love these living turntables. They're just more interesting than just a static fish rotating.
Yeah.
So but as you said, yeah, I agree that the fins here, or the fins should be definitely translucent, and they are.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, sure. So now I'm all alone. I'll just keep scrubbing here. But first of all, I want to thank everyone for joining here. It's really great to have you all here, and I hope you guys are learning like something from what we are explaining. So obviously this is all based on our experience in the field, so most of the stuff we see already is very good, and we're just really looking for finer details here to find some problems or issues which are a bit weird. So yeah, this is our feedback, so it does not mean you have to do it, but this is just what we find looking at your work. Yeah, I really like this. Like it feels, it's a bit obvious that she's like on green screen. Like I think the lighting, like she's lit here from the left. I think if that would be not there, like this would work a bit better. And I'm not really sure. Yeah, no, she's getting blasted by this light, even from here. Let me just paint that in. From this here, and it's hard to justify where it's coming from. That's probably something I would try to fix. And looking at the render from the set, the light looks like it's coming from here to get this shadow. But then she's standing essentially next to a wall, so why is she being hit by this, right? So in terms of the modeling of the set, I would say this is probably not really realistic. And I think also that the air conditioning here is very distracting. Like I probably would get rid of this, and probably I would open up the model here so you would actually see something behind the buildings to justify that light source coming in from this angle. That's probably something, looking at this now a bit more in detail, that I would adjust. And looking at it, you were doing the modeling on this, so I'm not sure what direction you had, but I would totally open this up here just to maybe to see like this building here, to extend it to the back. So you would probably see some windows here from this window, from this building, and then this whole thing would be open, probably extend the ledge here, and maybe just do like something around this, right? That you can justify the lighting from here. Great drawing, by the way. And Dennis is back. Yeah, I agree. So I was saying that the lighting is not really, like the plate lighting is not matching the CG lighting, in terms like there's like the strong light source on her head, but she's in front of buildings, and it should be blocked, right?
Yeah, but this is like a problem we deal with all the time.
Yeah.
We work in visual effects. Like sometimes they're really aware what they're shooting. Sometimes they just don't give a shit and they shoot anything, and then there's completely disconnection between the background and the environment, and it's a tricky thing. But I think overall it's.
Oh, but
it works. It's not like that is pulling me off.
No.
a little bit, but I don't know. It's like
looking at this though, I can see actually that it is open here, but then the air condition and the grid was added. This might be then plate. Is that plate probably?
maybe. See what she's getting? She's like this rim light.
No, I think she does. That's plate.
And it's like I think what's happening is I think if you kill this building here and put like the sun or like a bright spot here, then it's working.
Yeah.
And she kind of gets this. I think if I don't know if you put like something, right, but
yeah. So let's see what else. And then the night shot, that definitely works. I really like this one. Model texture and several assets. I probably yeah, maybe to read the silhouettes here a bit better. Oops.
can put some kind of font or whatever.
Yeah. What is if you lift it a bit?
Okay.
Huh. Yeah. Yes. All right. So this is it. Just
I was thinking actually like this guy's.
Yeah, but I guess it's just these three pillars and the.
But this works pretty good.
Well, I didn't notice it at first, but it might be a bit out of color. Like comparing this to this, it's probably.
I think it's just like.
Yeah, or maybe this is because this is brownish. It's like dirty, and then you've got this white or concrete.
Still, like it doesn't cut my attention.
No,
and it works. Like the black levels, all the stuff works, and the directionality of the light, where there is not much directionality, it's pretty good.
All right, then we have this little robot, and again, for this, it's a nice prop, but again, I feel it's a bit too generic in terms of the breakup. Like it's overall the same bump maps all over.
Yeah, you get like this really white, bright areas on top of it.
Yeah. Like I was hoping like just to like why is it like bumpy here and not there? Like I would probably expect a color shift, like maybe rust or something, but not just like adding a bump map, which is not really that justified here. It's cool though. And then we have the car. The bike.
Yeah, the bike. I would just. It's cool to show it, but it's. I don't know if you want to go for cartoony one. It might be, but then it's like for cartoony one, it's a little bit too realistic. For a realistic one, it's
not working well.
Yeah, it's not realistic enough, and
there's a lot of glare on top too.
Yeah.
I probably would say it's a bit also the color is too saturated, like this green teal.
It's really saturated, and then the cloth is not helping. And then in terms of realism, it's like it's not there yet. It's a little bit too, and then also it gets like really bright, like the spec gets really shiny, and
Okay.
But yeah, overall cool stuff.
So thanks Silent for the submission. Students to Showreel May 2020, so it's very recent.
Fish definitely killing it.
Yeah, and the integration work. I like it too. It's pretty good. Alright, keep going. 2 more to go. Almost.
That's good.
Mariana Luna. Alright, let's just
lighting like that. Boom.
96. She's born 96.
What?
She's born 1996.
Okay,
it's young. We are just so old. Oh man.
I can't even do the math.
My 6 is 24.
Oh yeah, we have 2020.
That took a while. Cows.
I like the cows. I like cows. It gets me hungry. I want a steak.
I like this person project. I love the lighting. I always like this more Audi lighting, like with this blue, purple, pink. I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
Still life. It's a bit. Model is a bit simple. I'm not sure what it was going for, like a game asset.
I think that. I think this is.
It's not.
Okay, let's go through.
Yeah. Student demo reel. I wouldn't say student demo reel. Would you? I would just say demo reel or reel.
I don't know. I think you can see. I think it doesn't hurt.
So she's adding the jewelry here.
And I think it works pretty good. I couldn't
on the cup.
On the first glance, I was not really sure what's going on, so that's good. The cup is no. Now I'm saying the cup is not.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's black, and it's definitely floating too. Yeah, you can actually see the mesh move is not that good at all.
Why is she doing the mesh move?
I'm not sure. Well, if she isn't, she should complain that the mesh move isn't good.
Yeah, just send it back.
I'm not sure that. Well, sometimes you do tracking and comp too.
I know.
I don't know.
Well, in terms of lighting, I think this is.
Well, it's now as I see it, it's really floating.
Yeah, and then also the depth of field is kind of weird. Like for the green guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something is.
Well, this is very in focus, but then again, I don't know.
I mean, it's like with this kind of like macro shots, it's like it gets out of focus really. And then the cup is like, don't do it black. It's like make it a white cup, and then you also can like do a projection of the table, and you have some kind of reflection. This already help you to sell it. And okay.
Yeah, it's just in general. I think the depth of field is not there, and then I don't know. The gold is probably a bit yellow. But then again, I'm sure like it would always be nice to see some references.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should either be more more blurred out in certain areas, but because everything looks a bit too like, especially on this side. Oh, I can't zoom here. This looks a bit too crisp all over. All right, let's just keep. Oh, keep going here. So this is another integration work. Collaboration, lighting looked at grooming and comp rendered in V-Ray.
I think this works pretty good.
What is this for? Pass. Raw lighting? No.
These are the cows.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Something is weird with the depth of field or this here. I don't know.
I think like what it's like from a comp side, I think like there's some matting.
Sorry.
Like some matting stuff going on here.
Yeah.
But like the first one I saw was like the cigarette or something. I didn't pay much attention to the cows, so that's good. And I think like there can be something here, but I think overall it's like. So can you do the cigarette again?
Is that a CG cigarette?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think no. I think.
But it looks weird when it falls down, right? Look, it has no motion though.
Yeah, it is actually CG. But then there's a good job on the
maybe not. Yeah, you definitely focus not on the cows, you focus on the cigarette.
Yeah. But then this looks fake, and there's some matting issue here too. Here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah, it's filing behind the cow.
Yeah, so there's a.
So it is probably real, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just thrown off by the strong shadow here.
I think it's actually real.
It's probably real.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then we have this person project. So as I said before, I really enjoy these creative lighting styles in terms of the pink and blue. It always gives you like this Tokyo alley reflection, like this Tokyo lighting. I really like that. It looks though it's just a still.
It looks like cut out or something.
Yeah.
Or like projected or something.
Yeah, you can already also see that the legs here are stretching. The closer we get, you can see it's projected.
And then like with this stuff, just do it, make the real deal, make a scene, and then it's like you got the parallax and the stuff.
Yeah.
And because like the lighting is cool, so now it's just like.
I actually think that it's just projected, and then because everything is stretching towards the end, it's just projected, and then there's a camera fly through.
Are you in the chat?
Gabby's in the chat, and El Rocco is Carlos.
That's Carlos. Yeah.
Hey guys, we have one more reel to go, so we are here. So let's talk about still life and these things. So they feel honestly like they really reduced the quality of the whole reel.
Yeah, it's rough. It's too rough. It's like I would cut it out.
Yeah, I would just not have it in it.
And it's like if you look at it, like the wood is not there. The modeling is not there from the barrel.
Yeah. What was she? Background lighting, main light, key light, fill light. Okay, it's just lighting, so we can't really say much.
Okay, sorry.
In terms of lighting though, like it's also it's very simple. Like there's you see there's this one area light, and if I want to go for photorealism, I would probably do like a texture light. So you see
and
something.
The shadows are very. It looks very like it looks very mental ray old school.
Yeah,
no,
it's true. We don't even know what render it is. And then this one, what is this? Lighting comp models text. Oh, models and textures provided by CG, whatever. Yeah, so it's probably just lighting and comp. Again, like I'm not sure what this fog is. It looks very weird.
I think it's the texture on the wall.
This?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with this kind of stuff is that the look depth and lighting goes hand in hand. Kind of like with these still lifes thingies, so it's kind of hard to judge the lighting. If like, okay, like if you would show this, like they would say, okay, what is this? We would like they would more complain about the look depth because even if you don't do the look depth, it's kind of like yeah, it is not the realism is not there, and also like what we said before. Look, if you're not sure about it and you think it's the weakest part, then just cut it off the reel.
I would stop here like this. This should be the last one. And then you have those three pieces here. This one, I always start with this probably. And then, yeah.
And then maybe pick one piece of the tree where you say like, yeah, I really polished this. Like, for example, the ring or the cows where you say look, I polish it. You can't even do like a turntable of the cows or
I would do that just to fill up the reel a bit. I would do like turntables and a studio environment just to help fill up the because this is a bit short, I think, this reel here. But thanks anyways for the submission, Mariana. Nice, great work, and just keep going. And then we have another one.
Doesn't stop.
Fabian, probably German. Look dev demo reel. Right, that's great. Play. Oh, I guess that was Mariana. Is that you? Yeah, that's I guess her, Luna. Yeah, look at that.
That looks good.
Could be from Lion King.
The Buck King.
The Buck King. It's a bit 2D, like the leaf here, or whatever.
Well, maybe it's not. It looks pretty good. It's pretty good texturing.
Yeah, it's a nice. Yeah, this is great.
This is good. This is got to be somewhere. Okay, this like this is good.
Yeah,
this is nice depth of field. This is working. Yeah, this is even like integrated in the plate, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like this. Why do people do cameras all the time?
I don't know.
No, but it is the thing, right? It's like I see like a lot of like maybe I thought there's so much different textures on a camera. I mean, and then I love this guy. This is pretty cool.
I love the face swaps. That's great. The animation, like swapping out the textures.
Oh, this is from the movie. They do it there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's short, but it's really cool.
Really good content. Yeah. Okay, this one.
It's a nice opener.
Definitely.
What I would say is like the thing is like he's a look depth artist, so he doesn't show much look depth actually on it because it's true. It's a cool lighting shot and it's cool, but it's like honestly you don't have to put just a basic material on it and it looks like it's not like a critique. It's just like it's a nice shot and it's not showing the look depth.
It's not showing what a look depth artist would do. Yeah, it's probably more comp heavy than what it is look depth heavy. Can we? Wasn't there a breakdown or this one here?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was what I was saying. Like this feels a bit too 2D. It's like too flat. But again, this is a look depth reel. And probably I would, as Dennis said, see a turntable of the bug in a studio environment just to see the detail of it, because like you can't really judge any look depth on this here. But it's a great opener for sure.
Yeah.
And then we can get to the masterpiece here, which is the cafe.
That's really good, and it is cool because I think this is it's a plate, right?
I don't know.
Like the background is a plate? Oh, I don't know. This I love this one. This looks really like it's like from a fucking Chibo catalog.
Yeah.
It's really good. And like these close-ups were good. Nice use of depth of field. This is like a nice still life presentation. So this is.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, right?
No, this is. I think
it's CG, right?
It's CG, yeah.
Anyway, it's like he has like this cafe theme. It's like a still life, and then he does like three shots, right?
Yeah.
To kind of present it, and it's nice. It shows off the texturing. It's like nice level of detail. It's not distracting.
It's very hard to find something to comment on.
Yeah.
Probably this is a bit odd. Are the beans CG?
Yeah, the RPG. Yeah.
Because wouldn't you expect to see a reflection here?
I don't know. I think when the light gets
from the bean,
but if the light gets reflected there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably just a bright highlight.
I like this one. This is really cool. Also, it's a nice composition. Like you see, like somebody thought about stuff, right? This can be like I said, from a catalog shoot, you have like a shadow.
Yeah.
And you got like this nice separation of color and light, and
no, it's really well done. I would probably start with this shot in my reel, if this would be my reel.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think that that's good. You go from this,
yeah.
Then you go wider on the thing, then you go the beans, then you go.
Yeah.
Then you play some like piano music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good. And then the camera. Dennis is not fond of cameras.
No, I'm cool with cameras. It's good. It's just like I see like a lot of people do cameras. It's just it's like I see a lot of people do CG cars and cameras.
And yeah, it's probably
and like CG self portraits.
Yeah,
that's like the three the trends I'm seeing a lot. And it's just too hard to stand out with. But the camera looks really good. It's really good look depth. It's a really good model.
Yeah,
I like the
reflections
on the lens
here.
Yeah, I like that.
It's hard to find something like to really say, oh, this doesn't work. Like it's all over. It's really nice. Like it feels like a metallic camera body. Obviously, it's worn, and I probably would not shoot with this anymore because the lens is messed up.
No, it gives you like the organic feel.
Yeah, hear this. The organic smudges and blooms.
Yeah. Set your time and pulse to make it look old.
And then we have this Lego, which is, I think, very successful.
Yeah, it is awesome. This can be like, this is like, I mean, there's a lot of good reference for it, but this looks pretty good. This is...
Yeah. That's really good. You can even see like the sticker here. They are just lifted a bit from the main plastic.
Yeah. With that and like they did on the first Lego, they did a lot of research on like how Lego looks, like used Lego look, and they had like crazy, and like he captures the lighting pretty well and the macro look, and
yeah, it's really well made.
And lots of imperfections and.
I like the line here from the print, like the plastic when they produce this. So manufacture it, like it's really good. Can probably see it if I just boost it up a bit. No. Well, I wouldn't say. Maybe this could even be the reel opener. Like I would not put this last in my reel. What would you?
No, I think I would start with the coffee thing. Then I would maybe get this guy something different than the camera. And what was the other thing?
What was the other thing?
Maybe we put the bug last, and then like do like I don't know.
Yeah, definitely this. I love this one. This is just great.
That's good. And this they have like the camera situation.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Is that a proper Lego movie short? No, is that from the movie? No.
Maybe it's a one-on-one recreation, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, they have 2 Lego movies.
They have 5 or something.
5 already.
They have like Lego 1, Lego 2, Lego Batman, Lego Ninjago.
Okay.
And Lego owns all the they have collaborations also with Star Wars with all that.
Okay, the licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, this is great. This could be part of the movie.
Yeah, and you might be right. Maybe he recreated this this one-on-one, but still, it's good.
All right, what do we have? 12. Yeah, I think we stream now 2 hours 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
So let's go with full sequence, and yeah. So we have seen quite a lot of talented artists here. So we talked all about all these guys, and it's like I want to thank everyone for the amazing submissions. It's really good work.
Yeah, overall amazing quality, and like we said, it's like, well, we start commenting on like little stuff, but overall it's like really, really impressive things, and you guys are doing it's really, really great stuff.
Let's just go full screen. Boom, there we are. We are back. Not so small on view anymore. Yeah, so this completes our second round already. We did already a first portfolio reviews, I think 2 weeks ago.
2 or 3 weeks, I can't remember.
Yeah.
2 weeks, yeah.
And it's also now fully uploaded on YouTube, so be sure to check it out if you missed it. And yeah, so we get really nice feedback from you guys, so we probably just keep doing this, and my plan is probably to invite different guests. Like we probably will be doing a comp version of this, and then also like one of my lighting leads, Jan, is interested to join as well at some point. And maybe we will even do like not just us two, maybe we have someone here sitting still, so we'll see how we do it, right? Yeah. Last words?
No, like, yeah, thanks a lot for submitting, and keep up the great work. And yeah, it's really impressive, and yeah, keep going. And give us feedback, comment if you don't agree with stuff we're saying, or if you want us to focus on specific aspects or any. I mean, there's always room for improvement. We just basically talk from the gut. And yeah, just let us know, and if you think something different would be helpful, and yeah, we are open for any suggestions.
Exactly.